Good morning, or afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Today's assignment deals with you revising a paper like I revise your papers. I want you to be able to go through that process so that you can see what needs to change as you're revising your papers. So, this story, The Mole, this is the assignment that you have. The idea is that you're going to revise it like I revise your papers. What are things that you look for? The very first thing I need you to do when the assignment pops up is to come on over here to where you see this little uh, arrow thing. I click on it, it says editing mode. Editing mode is when you are working on your own paper. That's the mode you need to be in. When you're helping somebody revise the paper, you need to change that to suggesting mode. So first thing on this assignment is you need to change it to suggesting mode. What that does, that allows me to see what you change on the paper. And so from now on, you just edit it and it will pop up what you change on the paper. Now, one of the first things to look for, is it double spaced? Yes, it's double spaced. We look, is it size 12 font? Yes, it's size 12 font. We could see that right here. All right, so we're good on those things. Now, the other things that we need to look for are paragraphs, dialogue, and sensory details, because that's all we're really grading on for this paper once the format's right. Well, I always just take a quick look and go down like, oh, well, look, we've got a paragraph that needs to be right here. So this person didn't indent. So we're going to hit tab and indent it over. Now, what it's going to do over on the side is put your comment on the side. You can see there's another one right here that also is a paragraph that they hadn't indented over. Now, when you hit indent, it will move it over to the other side. Some other things to look for is it says, I love you, Elodia. Fernando would whisper in Elodia's ear. Well, we've got quotation mark, but not after the quotation mark. So that needs to be added in. So all you do is put the quotation mark in, and then it will put off to the side, add quotation mark. Now, this is how I edit your papers, and I want you to go through this and look for anything that seems off that you can change. We see a big old space right here, so we know we need to delete that. So we hit backspace a couple of times till it deletes, and then it says on the paper, delete paragraph, delete tab, because there shouldn't have been a paragraph there. And then you go through, and then we see, oh, it felt so bumpy and spongy. Oh, good sensory details. So since we're correcting it as the teachers do, you just type in good, good sensory details, and then you hit comment. And then that puts it on there. You're going to go through this, and I just gave you a few because you're doing this exact same paper. Look through it, find what you can. Remember, dialogue, sensory details, and the formatting is what you're looking for as you revise this paper. And so when you get done with it, then you turn it in. Okay, but make sure that you're on suggesting mode so I can see the things that you do on the paper. I'm going to grade this real easy because if you don't catch anything, but I can see that you were working on the paper, even if you just get the things I did and maybe another thing, I'll know that you're working about it and you're thinking about it, so you'll get full credit on it. So whatever you're doing on it, make sure that you try revising it, do the best you can, and then turn it in, and then get to work on your own paper. Okay. And remember, on your own paper, you keep it in the editing mode because you're changing it, and you'll look at mine. Now, on your own paper, if I have these comments on there and you're revising it, you just hit the check mark where it says accept suggestion, and it just automatically changes those things off to the side. See, it just changed it. Like you have this big old blank here. You just hit the check and it already indented it. So it took care of it for you. And I think we talked about that last time we had class. So you want to make sure you get those things, get this assignment done. It shouldn't take you that long. Turn it in. And then you have time to work on your paper to get it revised. This will be the last class time we have where I have it set off just to have a whole bulk of time for you to revise and turn in your papers. And if you don't have a rough draft yet, get the rough draft turned in. All right. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me. Good luck on it. Get it done, get it turned in, whether it's your rough draft, your revised draft, get whatever your next draft is and get it turned in.